Play music right now. Takes time is all we have. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah. My name is Sea Wolf.
All right. Well, hey.
Are we up and running?
I think we are.
Oh, I thought we're just still doing intro music. Beep, beep, beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Woo, bam.
Christmas trap.
Yeah, we listened to that today. That was fun.
We did listen to that on the course. Welcome to Natural State of Mind, everybody, and happy Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve.
Happy
holidays.
I texted somebody earlier and I had happy first. I was like, is that right?
Happy what? Oh, I had happy first. Yeah. Yeah.
Why
Get it
can't
right.
happy don't fit?
You know, it just, I think it flows fine either way.
Happy Mary, whatever.
Yeah. Happy Merry, everybody. The gang is back together.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hey, the trio, the tripod.
Hey.
I mean, all right, we'll leave that.
And sexual innuendos now. So, anyways, welcome back to Natural State of Mind. It's been a minute. We took a little break there. Holiday season, so we're glad to be back. Glad to be talking more disc golf. A lot of stuff to talk about. I avoided that word. Notice that? I didn't say the SH word.
Oh, proud of you.
Yeah, thanks.
We started a swear jar that just, like, after the...
Never works.
We owe it way too much money, man.
We didn't.
Yeah.
All the podcast improvements.
Yeah.
The swear jar.
Yeah, we like to put some money back into it, but we keep our promise. We donated it to some kids.
Man, it's somebody got rich.
Good. Sponsor that.
Man, so you got myself, Chris Wyman. We've got Michael May over here, and then of course Chris Wolford. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thanks for Mike having us at his abode here.
Yes, thanks
my first
again.
time over
Welcome,
here.
guys.
I know you guys have.
And he has candy.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's not the right kind of candy, apparently.
All right. The rainbow.
Skittles.
No, they're not Skittles, dude.
They are Skittles. They're Skittles
The
branded candy canes, dude.
rainbow candy canes are the trashiest candy canes ever.
They're not
They are the
rainbow.
black,
They literally taste like
orange, that black and orange Halloween candy that is you always have leftovers. The last
Candy corn?
No,
that's what I thought. It
might
was.
as well be. No, they were. They
What's your
come-
beef with candy corn, bro? Oh, it's actually pretty good.
And so
I mean,
are
I'll eat it
rainbow
if it's the only thing.
candy canes. Candy canes are peppermint light.
Mm-mm.
I don't even like the ones that have that cinnamon flavor. Like, oh, you like get them after a restaurant. You're like, oh, so bad.
That's a palate cleanser. I like ginger candies.
And I
Help my
don't like
tummy.
I don't like peppermint chocolate either. It's kind of gross.
Oh man.
Oh, this is the house good Discraft, y'all. It's kind of weird being
Oh,
over
yeah.
here. Our house is like very Innova friendly, and this place, I don't think we have one.
Not here, boy.
No, it's a lot.
Yeah.
You guys can.
I mean,
see
there's some
I don't know
innovative
what
out
those-
there
There's
that
an
I've.
MVP that's.
I don't think he has one Discraft disc at his house.
We have.
What a shame.
We got buzzes. I will say that.
Okay.
Allowed.
Yeah. So.
I mean, there's some innovative out there too, but it's all the ones that I found in ponds because Innova.
No.
Oh, I'm kidding.
Shoot.
Kidding.
It is winning
That's-
the voting, by the way.
Right.
Handily winning the vote. Words.
Oh.
I'll say that now.
I would like to see the demographic.
Yes, let's talk about these awards.
That's all right. What else we got going on? Before we get in that,
Well, we're gonna. Yeah, go ahead.
I played twice. I haven't been playing, and I rolled my ankle today. And it
Are
felt
you
great.
hurt yourself?
I rolled my ankle today, just and chained out, and I was just like,
Oh
son
man,
of a
yeah.
bee.
He moved all this stuff out of the way first,
Lyman was there,
and then he still twisted his
and
ankle.
yeah, but I kept walking, and it was fine, and then I went home, took a nap, and it hurt.
Mm.
But I feel, I'm
Swell.
49. I played out the round, and I'm still. I mean, I was hobbling around Target. I totally would have wrecked me and stole something from me, man, because I was like,
You're gonna feel it
if
tomorrow.
you're out in the wild, yeah, probably, but it's all right. I don't have to play Santa Claus. My kids are old.
Nice.
So that was always something. So you want to get in a sidebar, dude? Trying to put stickers on a Barbie Jeep like at midnight.
These are the things you gotta do for your kids.
Those Jeeps were cool, motorized, but man, there was a lot of stickers.
I don't have kids, but I had to do that for a lot of for younger kids in the family, in the extended family.
Yeah.
I had to put all the stuff together. One of them was like this big. It was like a whole kitchen. It was an easy bake oven style thing, but a
God.
whole kitchen. It was,
Easy bake ovens were pretty badass. Like we were literally cooking with them. Kids were literally cooking brownies.
True.
this sounds by design.
I think what was it, like a heat lamp in there? I think it was just like a
Painter light.
probably something. Some meth head smokes meth out of.
Yeah. Nice.
But yes, I got to play. I'm happy about that. You guys are getting to play. I'm jealous. We'll talk about your stories, but that's fine. I was sick, and then last weekend, that's when y'all went, or whenever y'all went to MVO or Mountain View for the Dubs. That was a beautiful Sunday. That Sunday, wasn't it?
It was a
It
great day.
was, yeah.
Yeah, I was just laying up in bed. Still, I didn't really care because nobody liked me. But I got to play. Dillard let us off early Friday, so I played Friday. Where did we play? Oh, East.
You guys played East. I didn't play.
Yeah. And then we played 9. I played 9 with Eats over at Baby
Over at the
Hyman.
baby.
Baby Hyman's a fun course, man.
Eh.
It's kind of like Cabot, you know. It's you got to, if you don't leave there like 5 under or better, you're like
Pretty upset.
pre-trash. We played pre-trashy today.
We sure did.
It got
We
to the point
sure
where it was
did.
Christmas Eve and we were playing. It was 55 degrees. It was a slight drizzle and then little downpour.
I was throwing different discs and throwing the Rolo a
Oh.
lot.
Hey, speaking of
old
which,
Rolo.
whoever got the Rolo at Burns, congratulations. That wasn't like a little present.
Oh my
somebody
God!
was
Wait a
just-
second. We might have found it
For real?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I gave him that for Christmas. So.
because Charles.
No name on it?
No. Charles found it, and do you remember what stamp it had?
It was a rainbow.
It was a glow.
Glow
Yeah.
one.
They all have the
But-
same stamp.
It was a
yeah.
rainbow stamp. It was like
It was 100% yours. So Charles has it if you want it.
sweet.
Oh, I'd like to have it
Texting him
back.
right now.
I wrote it off. I write that stuff off. As Mike knows, I lost my mini twice. That
Oh
day.
my gosh, dude! I was with you when you got it back the first time, and then I go to Burns later in the day, and then Charles is like, "Is that Wolford's?" And I was like, "What is it?" And then lo and behold, he just shows me the mini. I'm like, "This."
I got in a bad. I sure would. When I went and played Alcott's mini, I got in a bad habit of just taking my mini and throwing it in my bag. And right now it blends in with the
Leaves
leaves
and
and
such.
stuff. So, but yeah, once I saw, I was like, God, Mike's got to think I'm the biggest stoner idiot in the history of the world.
The
dude.
thought
It's
went through my head, and the second time,
Dude, I was
first time,
sitting
you know,
there.
just small mistake. Second time, like, all right.
I've had that mini 3 years now, and
Well, I feel like it means a lot to you.
it's I keep trying to lose it, obviously, and it keeps
Clearly.
coming back. It's got a piece of persimmon wood in it. I really do like that mini. But anyways, I'll talk to Charles about that. But yeah,
I just texted him.
okay, yeah, that's hilarious. Man, I was so
We were
upset.
throwing it all over the place, dude.
How'd you feel about it?
Nice.
I mean, I've thrown it before. I think I've thrown Wyman's a couple times.
Yeah.
That one, yours is definitely flipping.
Yeah,
Like, I was releasing it on grenade angle as high as I could, and it was still flipping and rolling.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you throw so hard.
I wasn't throwing hard.
I know you.
You have to be so. Yeah.
I mean,
I was
it is-
trying to
whenever you
baby
think-
it.
It's almost like putting to a point. Anyways, well, I'm glad somebody found it. That's good.
That is funny.
Man, I'm glad
yeah, we
somebody
played
found it, too.
Burns. Yeah, I got some rounds in with some friends this weekend. It was fun. Burns was packed. I
It
mean,
was
dude. I'm gonna pat my back for my good disc golf deed. I saw this family forming up. About I don't know 8 deep of people dressed up in their Sunday best. It looked like they just got a church to a point, and like cowboy church. And dude comes up to me and we started talking. I was telling about hole 1, and they were starting at the longs. I was like, yeah, no, to the shorts. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, hey, do you have any discs by any chance? Weigh about I think 4 or 5 discs.
Oh, good
Yeah,
for you.
I mean a Mamba. I always have an extra Mamba, and that Insanity disc. That
Oh man, I like that.
I know
thing.
you did. So and I don't know.
Sorry,
some
it's better
sort
for it
of
to go
rock.
when you play.
Anyways, they didn't finish the round. I was kind of upset when I saw them walking back. I saw them walking back from the other side of the road. Probably
It was a big group.
it was a big
So-
group, and they've never thrown before. I mean, it was one of those, and that's For a day you just want to cruise through and play quickly, that wasn't gonna happen. It was one of those days where we played pretty quick. I guess we had 6 people with us. Our group
Yeah, I got there late,
gained,
but
and
you
Joe
guys
got there later as well. Mike's like, yeah, I'm going to Burns. You got a full card. I mean, he said that immediately. I was just like, okay, I don't really want to play with
I
you
didn't say we
anyway.
had a full card. I was just saying we had like 5 or 6 people.
You play with the McCrackens.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of the
Yeah,
McCrackens.
I got to meet both of his brothers.
Yeah,
Oh, that was the first time you met him?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
the Youpers. We played Wyman and I when we had a good dubs run there at Red and other courses. We played against the youngest McCracken,
Sam.
Sam.
Me and Joey did doubles. And we shot like, I think 15 down on blue longs.
Yeah, nice.
It's crazy.
That makes sense for y'all.
Was that on the first shot? Because I saw y'all throwing a lot of shots filming.
It was only the first shot.
Oh, speaking of the
We were-
camera.
We were legitimate.
And Mike got him a nice new camera.
Dude, that
So
camera
did.
is so dope.
Merry Christmas to me.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to him. That's pretty sweet.
I'm starting the new vulgar disc golfer content.
All I do is curse.
It's hard not to.
It's fun.
Okay.
It's hard. It's
Woo.
hard.
What it
Not,
was.
Woo. I don't know
it's
what it
hard
was.
not to curse sometimes. I try not to. Especially if I'm playing like during that minute. We had Tommy Naylor, I believe it was. So hey, Tommy, they watch this. He goes on the Facebook page, whatever. I try not to set a bad example, and man, but that course Sherwood's a lot like Red or Rez, where we were just Mike and I were talking. Man, you can shoot 6 down, no problem, or you can shoot like +2 because you just didn't get the same breaks that you got.
And not even throw that much different.
No, just one tree kick, one way. One of those oopsies that actually get because there's no leaves on the branches right now, so stuff gets through. Like you're talking
man.
about the guy who grip locks it, maybe the
Oh, yeah.
older gentleman that throws $150 all the time and somehow makes it up there.
I mean, I experienced that. I was cooking. So I went to the Sherwood Mini, and I was just going to be happy with it. I didn't care about my score. I just wanted to be there. I was going to have that round determine whether I was going to play in.
Plugamus, megamus,
Yeah. Thank you.
polymagamus.
Mimus
whatever.
polyglotos. It means mockingbird.
Yes, that's correct.
So I started out pretty hot there, and I went like 5 or 6 down through 7, first 7, and then I got to hole 11, the new par 4, and I hit like the 3rd available on the left.
Which way did you go?
Right.
Oh, you
It
went.
kicked me right,
Oh.
almost into 14th fairway. And then I'm trying to just get through. I had my first approach was my best chance, and I tried to throw like a flex forehand, like 12 speed, way through high through the trees. And I had the tiniest little gap, and I just barely missed it. And it kicks me even more right, almost into the fairway of 14 entirely. And then I had nothing. It kept getting worse. I tried the same thing again, kicked me even more right. I've only progressed like 100 feet at this point. And every single time I get to my lie, it keeps getting worse. I couldn't believe it. So I ended up taking like a double or a triple.
I was fortunate enough to
Ruined it.
parted with Bobby OG, and he said something that'll stick with me. And I've probably heard it before. Was on that second shot, man, you just lay out into the fairway. You don't bad shot. Another will lead to another bad shot. I had that one little gap. Yeah, we all know that one little gap, man. But it's that perfect throw. If you make it,
But my thing is like, most of the time, especially on these courses, you don't really get punished for going for shots. Most of the time.
What'd you get on that hole?
No, I hear you. I mean, I still shot 7 under. It ruined my chances at 10 under.
You
But my
shot a
thing-
7 on that. Jesse had to look for 3. Jesse was at the bottom of the hill because he had really good shot.
Nice. No, I'm saying I shot 7 like overall.
No, I know, but you took a 7 on that hole, right?
I took a 6.
6. Okay. Oh, and that was
Um,
playing as a par 3 on the card.
Yeah.
What'd you
but-
get on the? Did you get an eagle on the?
I had like a 40-footer that I missed. I was mad. I threw that just so hard, though. It came right after that hole. I threw it
Yeah,
so hard.
because of the way it's set up. 12 is
a 3 now.
A 3.
With the basket way up at
11.
the top.
Yeah.
But on UDisc, it's a 3 for 11 and a 4 for 12.
So you make it up on
evens
12.
out.
You can get it
Yeah.
on 12. Somebody did on our card, I think.
Nice.
But yeah, going back to like the pitch out thing, I don't know if I agree.
It's really it's got to be the guy on the car. Tommy did pitch out. Later on in the round, he went for it and did not pay off. Did not pay off for me on hole 7 on that one. Like I tried to throw 2 hero. Somehow I thought I was gonna throw. All of a sudden,
I've seen people do this.
But it just depends on
man.
how confident you are. In the
Man,
shot that
yeah,
you're
I
trying
just
to
want to get, and
execute.
then finally I just pitched out, but by that time I was already 4 deep, and I hadn't even gotten around the corner 2
Yeah.
deep. I mean, so
Damn.
Certain holes are
Nah.
like that. My thought is like, if you try to do the hero shot most of the time, and if you hit and you kick, you're usually left with something.
right now you have the best chance for hero shot because of no leaves. I mean, you
Yeah.
can. There's.
But I just mean like the courses and the holes around here aren't like super punishing or super hard. Like if I hit something and I kick, like 90% of the time, I have some way to scramble out. So pitching out onto the fairway just seems like not worth it.
And if it's a tournament and you're in the lead, it's a different story.
Sure,
right?
absolutely.
Right. So,
Situationally.
I mean, playing at the mini that you wanted to win it. What were the score? I didn't even see this.
I won.
Yeah, I knew you won.
Well, that was the thing was I went in there wanting to win, and then after I went 5 or 6 down through 7, I was like, okay, I want to shoot 10.
Mike needed some more lunch money. He told me before the round he needed to win some lunch money.
He's running low on cash, man.
Yeah, need some new shoes.
The new disc golf shoes.
In case got to buy some
He
shoes.
thanks everyone who's come to the minis.
Yeah, y'all keep coming.
No comment.
But
Feel
thanks,
bad.
thanks to Alcott, always running a good, fun, regimented mini. I mean, you know what to expect when you go there.
So you're gonna play in the Mockingbird?
Yeah, I'll probably play. Was that December 30th? Yeah.
Yep.
Might as well. I mean, whatever. My rating dropped. I took the worst player, or the most digressed player, because I might give it to myself. I think it's worth it. And I set goals for the beginning of the year for 900. I went down to 868,
Well,
What'd
we're
you start the year?
880 or
It's like
Oh.
885.
I was on the way. Yeah, I was doing really well, and man, just some bad rounds, and I didn't have enough bad rounds come off, I guess. So that's kind of the deal, It's awesome.
I mean, I've dropped 10 points this year, but we're definitely going to get into the
Yeah, we'll get into
New
that.
Year's resolutions for 2024.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Individual.
So
I got to get one.
let's talk about the awards. I
Yeah.
want to go over that real fast, and
Still vote. You can still
Still
vote
vote.
until like the 27th.
man, I don't know how long. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it up for a second. Like I said, so I want to get at least. Told you I want to get at least 50 votes. I thought that was a fair pool of data. So technically need 30 data points but. So the first round of voting was to get to this round of voting. I took the top 3 or 4 vote getters from the first round. I'm
Already confused.
okay on this form. Well, that's because you're not taking part in it, but that's all right. So the first round, I went out and I said, "Who's your favorite player?" And you just put down a name.
Yeah, you had to put your own
That's
And
thing
it's-
in.
or
Fill in
who
the
do you
blank.
right? Who do you use the grower? Who's all these things, right? But they put in the name. I'm realizing everyone doesn't know how to spell everyone's name. Like it's Michael misspelled. Michael misspelled.
We had that happen with the Pro Tour, like a best dressed or something, and then ended up doing a post after the fact of all the people spelled names.
Yeah.
Like Cat Merge had like 18.
Yeah,
spellings.
cat. So I had to go through there and take one good one and just copy and paste into each. So that's how we got to the voting we're at now. That's out there on the Facebook page. The end of the year. So I've had 47 responses for the first set of votes, or first set of questions. I screwed up that night and left off the content one. Dan and Wyman talked me into doing a second set of questions. So, and that's how we got to the second set of questions.
Well, yeah, we got put on the content.
Well,
one, so
the
of course
con-
we gotta have
right,
that
and
one.
I was gonna put it in there, but 20 people had already voted, and so their vote wouldn't count because you can only vote once. I didn't want people to. Anywho, knowing all that, I just want to get that
Spit
out
out.
there. This is We have a CPA firm. Every year we'll have Wahlberg pay for that. Most improved. So we got 47. Most improved. You got David Hernandez, Michael May, Lucas Murray, Kyle Ebert.
Got a lobby.
Kyle, I see
I
you got
voted for
two
you.
spellings on here, so I need to combine that. So Kyle's is. I'm so sorry, Kyle. I'm the worst speller with his name and his dad, Mr. Ebert. I don't even know if that's how you say it. Greg. I'm sorry. I really am. Dude always like, hey, you misspelled my name again. Misspelled Kyle's
Hey.
name again.
Welcome to
Anyways,
my world.
I got two, right. So I got to do that one. The Lifesaver Award, you got Chris Hancock, Sean Gwines, John Sanders, and Abe. On that, my thought was, if your life's on the line, good dudes will put their lives on the line too for you. And who would you rather have playing for you? That was my thought there. Best card mate. You know,
I'll take the highest rated guy.
the highest, but is Abe when if it came down to it, it's kind of like I was thinking of the Avengers where they had the Soul Stone, man. A soul. Is Abe the kind of guy that would, say, you know what? I've lived my life. I'll
Oh,
follow
it
this
has to
up
be
for
a
you.
willing thing. Huh?
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, so I voted for Hancock for that one. I'm pretty sure.
You know
I
what?
thought it was like more in the sense of like
Like a
you,
Dubs
you
thing.
throw out of bounds, like who's the guy that's making sure your team doesn't explode.
No, it was you're on, yeah, if you want him to play and you need to win that round, yeah, is this the guy you want? You got him, John, Hancock, and Sean Gwines. I will say right now it is way closer than I really thought it'd be. Um Abe's winning with 34%, John's got 32 and Hancock's got 28.
Nice.
Um
It's only a couple of votes.
that's really
Mhm.
that's 13 leaders 16, 15 and 13. So get out and vote. You can get. Yeah, I liked my thing. I was like, yeah, we had about the percentage of voters as the United States voting. About like 20% people actually voted. You know, the numbers of votes versus the numbers of members you have. I get you may not have a Gmail account, Michael Brock. I'm sorry, buddy. I was gonna create you one, but
Mhm.
I didn't. Best card mate. Got Chris Wyman. Our own Chris Wyman.
Thanks.
David Hernandez, Robbie Shaw.
Oh,
People's
stiff
champ.
competition.
It is. It is.
I don't know
Best
if anybody's ever seen that movie.
non-sanctioned event. You weren't in here earlier when we were talking about this, were you? I don't think so either. So best non-sanctioned event. Match play, Veterans Day, the Veterans Dubs, or the Grinch.
Ganch. Gunch.
I would probably say
I don't know. Match play might have it.
only reason I don't say match play because you let lower seed.
Match play, 21. I got 21 of those votes.
Yeah, you're pandering after the lower seed there, buddy.
16. Grinch is at 16 votes, and Dubs is at 10. Bradshaw,
both
if
so
you're
good,
on,
though.
I told you to watch tonight. I hope somebody's not like messaging us or anything.
I'm watching the
Okay.
chat, but I'm not sure.
Nobody,
Well,
no, not many people. I noticed anyways. Best sanctioned event. This is actually fairly surprising to me. Arkansas State is winning like handily over PR Memorials or the Arkansas Masters.
States has got some history behind it.
Man,
you
it
know?
does. The Bill Trousdale States. I was gonna put that, but favorite TD. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to. I gotta learn better mic and camera presence. Favorite TD: Chris Alcott, Eli Webb, Chase Underwood. Chase texted me and he was like, "I really got votes." Like, yeah, man, you got you got to get on this list. Which Wyman and I were talking about it. You can see through the voting. There's a lot of older voters. But
Yeah.
like, a lot of my age kind of guys out there voting.
When it comes to disc manufacturers.
Yeah, wait. When we get to that, we'll see that. Favorite league or Manny? This is really the one I enjoy doing. I enjoy running leagues and minis, but I didn't really do many this year. Sherwood, Alcott's,
Magical mystery.
Yeah, the magic. It's gonna be the same thing. We're gonna do
Hop
that
on
again.
board. You get some mushrooms
We're
if you
gonna
come
do
on
that
and
again
play
next
some
year,
disc
but
golf with us.
I'm gonna live up to that. What I want to do this year. But
They're
I'm gonna do it
gourmet.
next year. Yeah, we're gonna go to the outskirts, mushrooms, and play courses like
In the dark.
In the dark, and it's gonna be
Cedar
it's
Beach
gonna
in
be
the
glow.
Holy hell, that would be
would be
frightening
a
and awesome.
nightmare.
impale yourself on one of the
Yeah,
cedars.
you would. You'd run right into one of those branches out there.
Plus 20 would be the winning score out there in the dark,
God.
dude.
Plus 20 people injured.
May get ate by a mountain lion.
It'd be
so
fun, though.
Alcott,
I'd be in for
favorite
it.
league mini. Alcott's winning. Sherwood, 36%. I think that's fair. I think in the PR weekly, those are the most consistent ones.
Yeah.
The most weekly ones, and they do service probably two different players, right? Alcott's mini.
I would like to go play the PR mini maybe
I like to go
next
play
weekend.
more. Obviously,
New Year's
I'm
Eve.
not gonna pick
There you
the gold layout when they play the gold or whatever.
Fuck
no.
No, man, I mean,
We're going to
dang.
be there on different days.
Blue's
I'd play
tough
gold with you.
for
Yeah,
me.
I'm
I'm a
used to gold.
cello, red, orange, easy as.
I've never even seen that. Cello.
I had to go play.
It's right in the middle.
It's
Yeah.
fun, and and it's on the outskirts. They did a good job with that. Favorite disc golf store? I'm gonna say this. It's a lot closer now than it was on the initial voting, just because I put that out there. They were gonna always be the same three. I was gonna put it online, but I didn't. I want to see how many people actually bought online. So there's that,
Okay.
and I can go through.
Yeah, I'm be curious to see how that ending is.
So the awards names, we'll just announce this now. This is another one that the voting was completely different from when you give people options, you only give them two options. You kind of make them pick them, right? So congratulations, Chris. It's going to be called the Discos.
yes.
Chris had the Discos, and I had the Huckers. And
The Discos.
so
The Discos
is a good name.
Yeah.
he
No, the Pro Tour can't have it.
61,
It's all you.
2%. 29 votes got that.
Oh man,
So
fucking wiped you.
Yeah, you
Oops.
got rolled, son.
you did. I did.
What was your name?
The Huckers.
He added something before that. Though.
I'm just kidding. That's pretty
There was a couple of things. I had to go back and anywho. Favorite player, Cat was winning. There's only 3 on there. It's funny, kind of who you give people 3 options. This is what they pick. You got Cat, Simon, and Kristen. Cat's winning 36%. And there's a lot.
I guess for Arkansas, yeah.
I guess.
Simon's
Yeah,
just
I
so
mean,
think,
widely
well,
popular.
I think some of them are. Well, I'd love to play with Tatar just because she's a pretty girl, and
Size.
I mean, really, let's. And then the Simons.
Simon.
I think it'd be super fun to play with Simon. If it was, he would be probably on him, Calvin.
Yeah, I think he's definitely up high on my list.
I mean,
Would
but
you
I
choose
need-
Simon over Calvin?
I need no on my card.
I
If I
would.
like the card.
Oh, I got you, your dream card.
I need Calvin to be like Calvin on the Skins, not playing Calvin where he doesn't talk and he's hot.
Just looks like he doesn't even want to be there all the
Yeah, it
time.
doesn't, does he? It's crazy. Okay, so the second set of questions. Let's just do this real fast. Favorite disc maker. I put down Innova Discraft MVP, which was MVP in all of its stuff. Discmania, which I sat on its own. We didn't want to call it the
House of Discs.
House of Disc. We're not afraid
Well,
nobody.
they're trying to be independent from
yeah.
that. I mean, they're part of it, but they.
So we got Discmania, Trilogy, and Prodigy. Those are the options I gave. The worst one is Discmania.
I thought you were going to say Discraft Break.
No. Discraft is
surprisingly
second.
a lot of folks.
Hey,
that
we're
play
not
that.
not
Second
last.
to last.
We're not last.
At
though.
10%. 4 people.
ain't
put
first, you're
Discraft at
last.
39 votes. 4 people. You better get on and vote. You're
Get us to
yeah.
5.
Yeah. Take a percentage away. Innova's leading the way at 38.5%. That's 15 votes out of 39.
It's not surprising if you said the demographic was older.
That's how we.
That's
figured
how.
the demographic.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting out of it.
Right. Because we yeah, a lot of the guys who are in the 50 age bracket and the 40s that I know all throw a lot of Innova.
What's Prodigy at? Because I feel like Prodigy is really popular around here.
13%. Second was the trilogy at
Oh, interesting.
20%.
Interesting.
Prices.
True.
I
And
mean,
ease of access to it.
Prodigy, I think, I don't know
Yeah, there's a
why it's
ton of
odd,
it.
but with their numbering system and not having the flight numbers, even though every disc maker did it before, right? They had PFNs, 3 flight numbers, or Innova does because that's what people like.
Their naming convention is very sexy. I'll say that.
No.
But man,
Try out the new H7. Heck.
it's But man, they got the best disc. I mean, they got the best guys. Gannon,
Oh, their season was insane.
Isaac, his brother.
Can't hate on that.
Some dude I never heard of that throws for Prodigy won a tournament.
Are you talking about Parker?
Yeah,
Welk?
yeah. I watched his got to go to the Prodigy, like we see them go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this is so pertinent.
He's having a field day.
Matt Bradshaw talked today. We played with us, and we were talking about, I don't know, Mambas for some reason, and because we sound like a bunch of nerds talking, you can get it very. This one's a little overstable. This one's a little. I like this on this shot. I like that. Yeah, I carry like 5 different Mambas. They all do the same thing. I'm gonna throw it 250 at best. It doesn't matter. Maybe I'll get one that 148. Get some tailwind, kind of keep it going.
That extra 5 or 10 feet.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, baby. Mm-hmm.
Favorite throwing style. I was very surprised. 61% was backhand hyzer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the easiest.
A lot of the guys, a lot of you guys, y'all don't throw it. Y'all, that's not the shot. What do I throw? What's the first thing I look for?
Yeah.
Like
No,
today
but so what it means to me is that I'm a hyzer flip thrower.
Okay.
So I'm throwing a backhand hyzer.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what you're
certain
thinking.
discs.
Same, really.
To
for
me,
the
you
most
guys are
part.
going flat.
Yeah.
That's how
It's not a steep amount of angle.
Yeah, it depends on the disc.
That's
and
not
the
playing
wind.
Stone League.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah, right.
So,
And it's all spike eyes.
favorite throw.
We'll put it over there.
I got
Then
it.
up over there.
Yeah, mine there. Nobody even told me. That's hilarious. And they got 2 different votes on them.
Oh,
Nice.
cool. Add them up.
Anyways,
Tickled
favorite
you.
content creator.
This
This once again is one
Yes.
where the initial votes do not reflect these votes that are on here right now. 39 people voted. Nate Turner's currently winning with 13 of those. He got 33% of the vote. A lot of the Russellville folks out voting for him.
Okay.
Um,
Come on, Central Arkansas folks.
Next up,
Vote for Natural State.
Kyle Ebert at 11 and 28%.
Okay.
We got 10 votes at 26.
That's cool.
And Jana's got 5 votes at
So we have one
13%.
on there that's not like the rest. That's what I.
What do you mean?
I'm not.
Jana's
dogging.
different. I mean, well, okay, no, you're right. So out of the 4 content creators, 3 of them will show you the great flight of a disc and how they throw it in their own way, and I enjoy watching these things.
Yeah, no, I don't.
We
say
got
that I
to meet
dislike
Nate
it.
last year when we were running things and stuff like that. He was coming to him, he was but he's a pretty high rated guy. I don't know. I think he's on a little bit, but anyways, I feel like Logan is the new hot guy.
So hot
Logan,
right
so
now.
hot. Logan Porter's so hot out at Russellville right now.
I mean, battle between these two guys.
Yeah, Mike's getting there, man. I just need to play
Just gotta have time to go play tournaments, man.
play some quality events,
That's right.
right? I mean,
Because I'm ready to drive, man.
If I have the time, I'm down.
get our 4-hour window there. But yeah,
Remotely,
but yeah, I enjoy all their content. Obviously, ours is podcast
Different.
which I think we're gonna do some other stuff this year.
Yeah, we're gonna throw some
Yes,
really
I am.
weird shit in here, so y'all get ready.
Yeah, man. It's like Teletubbies and Yo Yo Gabba Gabba. Yo Gabba
Yo
Gabba.
Gabba Gabba.
Yo.
Yo Yo. That's how we don't rip it off. We just add in the other yo like like Vanilla Ice did. His is dun 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 dun. Dun. Mine's dun 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 dun.
dun.
The details.
It is so, but there's that. So I'll post again. Continue to vote. Also, I'm gonna if we reach 100 subscribers, which hopefully some
You can pick one of these discs.
people, we'll get you a Discraft
And
disc.
everyone except the yellow one in the middle.
No, I'll let you pick out. Maybe one of these guys will offer up a disc, but I'll let if we get about.
will.
It's got to be by the 31st, not eventually. It's not gonna. We'll still have a thing, but eventually but yeah, get 100. Pick out my Calvins. There's some nice disc in there. I hate to give one of them away, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I'll give something away that's real nice.
We can offer some disc. Mike hasn't said anything on that.
I would do Discraft, but apparently only 4 people want it. So.
Ooh.
It's got a nice cicada you can throw.
Hey, that was
Those
given
things
to me
bomb.
from Secret Santa.
Keep hearing these things bomb, but yeah, it's funny.
I've seen him
just-
bomb
I
that
don't
thing.
see anybody ever throwing with one.
I think they're too flippy.
Jason Newman had one the other day when we were playing his tournament.
All right.
I would rather throw a passion or
What else we got?
Man, I appreciate you getting the breakdown of that, and hopefully folks go vote. There's still plenty of time to vote.
Oh yeah, and the awards are coming.
Yeah, we'll be doing, I don't know, we'll figure that out.
There's
What
some
day that'll be.
hand-drawn pictures by us.
But player movement. Mike, you got anything to say about some player movement?
Eagles the hot name. Is that the hot name?
Who
this
do you
year?
care
What
about that's
Gannon?
moving?
I thought Gannon was moving too this year. I thought Gannon was because of the lawsuit last year, whatever that whole trashy situation was.
everybody's kind of in limbo at the moment.
That
Wonder
actually
why.
worked well.
People, well, I mean, it's just not a good time to make.
Are they?
It's not a good time to make an announcement.
The disc maker.
I would bet within the first season starts mid-February.
Mhm.
My guess would be mid-January. We'll know a lot of things.
Bet.
So
People don't want to make announcements right.
So what we're saying,
That's
so
true.
what I'm gathering, and I think I've said this a lot. These guys can pick up any disc, find disc, making dome, like
I would imagine, yeah.
because Gannon still would have to still throw with Prodigy. Let's just say he's leaving and going to Innova, that's or MVP.
You
Whoever.
just throw a Toro everywhere.
So it's like, but he's not throwing any of those right now. I would assume.
I mean, he's not showing what he's throwing in content. half
If
the
he
time.
knows where he's at in a contract to sign, I guarantee he's learning this already. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's
Well, that's how a
always-
lot of people get found out. Is like I think
they join a
was it
Facebook
last?
group.
No, was it last? Yeah, I mean that happens. But I think last year Emerson got saw at a course throw in Lone Star before it happened.
Yeah,
or
something like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Gannon was saw him throwing Discmania too, but
So it happens, and like that's the thing is, I heard something the other day. It's like we're finally on the cusp of being big enough that random people that know the sport are paying attention to these bigger names. Like I heard a rumor the other day that Clemens's van, Chris Clemens's van, who has now been announced he's leaving Dynamic, was like his van with his face plastered all over it was just out front of Discraft's warehouse. It's like those are the kind of things that like as a
that
sport
was a
gets
James
bigger,
Conrad thing too. when
you can't do that. You got to know better. at a
Okay,
certain
so-
point.
but we're also talking. He's leaving from a company who absorbed a company.
What do you mean?
Isn't they're part of the House of Disc or whatever?
Yeah, but that's not
Disney.
why he's leaving. I'm sure.
No, but he's not really. He's still staying in that whole.
Well, it depends on where he goes.
I guess he's
It's not like he's going from Dynamic to Westside and they're under the same umbrella.
right. That's
If
what
he
I'm
goes to
saying.
like Innova or Discraft or MVP or somebody like that, then
And do it. Okay, well, I know we talked about this off, but where's the line that we care? I mean, and why? I mean, do you throw it? You don't. Well, you throw.
of like who we care to.
I mean,
follow?
the Clemonade name will go with. They'll have Clemonades wherever he goes.
Oh, if he goes to Discraft, I'm gonna rock the hell out of a squeeze zone or a Raptor or something.
I mean, I'd
Heck,
actually
yeah.
like to see him over at Discraft. That'd be cool.
That would
Yeah.
be cool.
That seems like a backside of their career disc maker. So
Absolutely. That's why we have the best team in the market.
Prodigy? Didn't know you enjoyed Prodigy.
I mean, I don't mean for wins. I mean for coolness factor. All right.
cool. Okay, AB, not my favorite guy. But
Too
he's a
cool.
fun. I mean, he is too cool.
I mean,
Like, he's
Discraft
way too cool
Discraft
for me.
is like the popular kids
Is
as
it?
far as their team.
Is Discraft the preps of disc
I
golf?
don't know about
and
preps,
like
but it's like
and Innova's like the stoner group.
the old guys.
The old stoner.
The stigma
Yeah,
of
man.
disc golf.
Prodigy and them are like tough. That would be tough. So, okay, we talked about before. Who does Thought Space is their own stuff, right? Because there's some of these makers. These are the guys that come in and pick up the 20 to 50. Talking about rating there.
Austin. Who?
Hanneman.
Hannum.
Hannum.
Hanneman.
You talking about Cat's boyfriend? Yeah.
Isn't what's Cole? Who does he throw for?
Verdalen? DGA. So does Austin.
Right, that's what I was getting at,
yeah.
man. So that's
So
a
does
good young
Marweed.
name that. But like we've talked about before, there's no incentive for these disc makers. All they want to do is sell disc. If there was a disc cup where you could and the average wins and all these win totals and of the top 5 pros, again, I couldn't tell you the top 5 of Innova, and I throw Innova.
Well,
I mean, Calvin.
Cat.
If you're just saying men, if your top 5
Oh.
men.
all right.
So then you got Girthy, you got
Are you talking
everybody-
about like
Big Germ.
skill, or are you talking about
If
like,
you if like
popularity?
if you needed 5 guys to go out and play for this title,
Oh,
who are you
God,
sending
yeah.
out there?
I mean, you got
Nate
Calvin,
Sexton.
and if Calvin decides to twist a leg, the whole team.
You got Nate Sexton would be your second best player.
Yeah.
I mean, I might put Girthy at second,
yeah, Garthy can. he
Okay,
can
so those
get
two
rolling.
make
but
it.
it's so
So-
hit or miss because it's like who like
So there's those two that make it. Yeah, let's just say you can play a wooded course and
You
you can
know,
play an open course.
Barsby's still a part of Innova. So I mean,
yeah,
he's-
but as well.
yeah. So
He
if
didn't
you're playing
have,
in
like-
Europe, he's good.
they didn't have the greatest.
So,
Yeah.
right, Big Germ.
I don't even know who else. Bradley
Right,
Williams. You got to put Bradley
Yeah,
Williams.
Bradley's in
Williams is
there.
a solid
Yeah.
player.
I would
have
put him at 2.
I had him in my fantasy team, but he's always in the top 20. Top whatever 15.
They're getting smoked by us.
Right. So who's Discraft putting out there? Paul.
Uh,
Team captains Paul.
Paul doesn't even need to be
Paul,
out there.
AB,
Paul, AB,
Adam,
Dickerson.
Hammonds.
I would put Ellis probably above him.
I
Yeah.
like Corey Ellis.
You got Ezra.
Ulibari.
Yeah.
Uli, yeah, he
Ely
did
probably
great.
not going to
He's
make
best.
the top 5 for winning the tournament.
No.
Yeah, so we're past 5. So man, that's
They're deep.
Deep.
Prodigy. I mean, with the team they have now,
Well,
Isaac
that's not
Ezra,
going to count. Yeah, yeah.
Isaac Ezra, Gannon.
Looks like KJ and
Alden.
Luke are going to be the only 2 left. For
Alden
Prodigy.
and
Kevin.
KJ. And then Luke. Luke is the like I said it the other day at the house was Luke is the Matthew McConaughey of disc golf. So he's the ambassador for because Matthew McConaughey is the ambassador
Austin.
of something for Texas. Yeah, it's the vibe ambassador. I don't know, man. I just all right.
All right.
I get older, they stay the same. Or they get older, I stay the same age.
That was the first time.
What
It was the first one.
was it? I always get
It's
Duncan.
one of those
I get older, they stay the same age.
So, but
Party at the Moon's Hour.
So there's that dynamic team. Ricky.
Yeah, I mean, you got Ricky and, Clemens would be on that if he was. So we're
Yeah,
talking
I'm s-
trilogy, too. So,
I'm just sitting here.
We're
So then
doing
you would put
trilogy.
Matteo.
Matteo. Yeah.
yeah.
And
You'd
that's
have to
what-
go trilogy.
Yeah, because it's so. Who else?
They've got a lot of too.
Yeah, they do have a bunch of good Europeans.
So like Albert Tam, doesn't he?
Mm.
David Davidson, or David Davidson,
Yeah,
something like that.
Kudu on there.
Yeah.
Akub, my boy.
So, anyways,
Um,
that would be cool to see like a Ryder Cup
so
style.
they
event.
have to have
So-
incentive to sign players, and their only incentive is to push disc and get whatever. Man, it's tough. Like coming to Innova would be tough.
I just think that would work really well to sell disc, though, to actually have it, take this individual sport that is set up like a team sport, but actually have a team sport thrown in just for one tournament.
There's plenty of point
You know,
series
one
things
week-long
out there.
tournament or something.
It can easily be figured out by somebody.
It should be like a preseason exhibition. Honestly.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
It would be
no,
awesome.
right, where all the players kind of get together and they
Well,
play.
especially if like you have people that are moving from manufacturer to manufacturer.
Yeah.
That could be like your first look to see how they're
I-
throwing.
You know, I
plastic.
put on their
Absolutely.
top 5 for Innova's own. I would take her over a dude any day,
Most
except
dudes. Yeah.
Calvin. I'd say that, man. Obviously on the wood, of course,
Sounds good.
but I think she can hold her own on the
Oh, yep. She can. You're right.
so.
Man, yeah, that's as far as
the moving thing, right? And I hate to say like I like Jake Ebenheimer. I don't, I don't watch his content, or I do watch some of it, but like
I'm
he
sure
says,
she's
I
still
want a
throwing
thing
for that.
dynamic or something like that. And I think he was a Latitude guy last year.
Well, there's just some people that aren't as big needle movers. It's the nature of any sport.
Man, there seems it's crazy. Such a hustle sport for them.
Well, as the sport grows, there's going to be less and less people. You have no idea who they are.
True.
That's just the nature of a growing sport.
Did I see where who's putting different?
Oh, you talking about Goose? Oh man, I
Oh, is
watched
he
that
putting
coverage.
different?
It's-
I haven't. You maybe that was you that
Oh
said that.
yeah, I
You
think
said
it was me.
Wait a minute. Gotta look this up now.
So he played in, I think it's the Big Arm Challenge that they have at Vista. They had a new layout, irrelevant we're talking about, but Goose was on one of the feature cards, and obviously everybody knows that he had his putting struggles last year,
Man,
Yeah.
a lot of them, and his putt
It's not. I didn't think anything wrong with his putt, man. It just.
I mean, I do.
mentally-
It's very snappy. So when you get nervy,
Yeah.
it's like just. I mean, you saw it time and time again. It quite literally cost him multiple last year. So I think he finally had enough, and now he's kind of switching to more of like a spin putt, and you can just tell he does not have it figured out. I mean, I watched multiple holes where like 4-putt from 20 feet.
What was this on the Big Arm Challenge?
Yeah, it's
at some point you
this
gotta
golf
think you
guy.
can just throw it in, like close, like 20 feet, where you can just.
Yeah, but if-
basketball kind of.
I mean, yeah, but if you're trying something different, and
The best time to do it.
the difference is that these guys are putting hard.
Yeah, no, he putts hard.
So, like, if he misses, he's the same distance. It's kind of like when you watch, I hate to do this to you, buddy, but Charles, like, if he misses the basket, he's the same distance
McCracken.
away.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And
Yeah,
so,
further, further.
sometimes with
Yeah.
Chris, too.
Yeah.
If you miss, you're the same distance away, and then it's like you're not even chipping away, getting closer to the basket.
Yeah. Like I need to be, on. I got to work on some putting strokes. I got to work on my stroke.
So it's either you gotta putt softer to put yourself closer,
Stroke it
or
to
just
the east.
hit the basket.
Yeah. Man, like recently it's just
Stroking.
been uncommitted putts.
Yeah.
So just hyzering out right before he gets to the basket.
So with Goose,
And
it's really just a whole new room, and he has no idea when this is coming out.
Yeah.
So you can just tell he's like, oh, okay, it's going that way.
Actually got it on, so I'm gonna see he's putting.
But
It's weird. It's
Ezra,
like-
I always forget about Ezra. Actually, a good player.
He had a podium at a European Open this year.
He did, yeah.
I had him in the Again, when you play a fantasy, you see who's consistent because that's what it's based on. It's just consistency. Top 15, you get a certain amount of,
Yeah.
and he was always there.
No, he's good. He just hadn't quite
Dude, he's
broken out yet.
so ripped.
All the beans, man.
That's all them
We didn't
beans.
talk about Brody as far as Discraft, man, and I think Brody.
Well, we're talking about like, winning. I wouldn't put Brody in the top 5 for winning. If you want to talk about pushing plastic, he might be 1 or 2.
I would. No, he would be he'd be that guy that, like, he'd be the guy on the Dubs that, say, like, if he, like they do or whatever. He's the guy that make your team better. Won't be the best player on team.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna hurt you.
Oh, he's moving crazy plastic.
Dude, and
Right,
I'm
yeah.
telling you,
Brother. Mm-hmm.
if his girlfriend or wife being the Raiders
yeah.
cheerleader, no, she's a beautiful
always-
woman, but I just think that, man, if she can get like a couple of the football players, like I see J.J. Watt and them are playing. The Watt brothers are
That
playing.
was so cool.
They look like trash when they're throwing. I can
Who
tell.
cares?
I know that it's super cool that they are playing. If you can just get a couple of those guys, right? Like, because he's charismatic enough that he could blend in with them,
Hmm?
not be intimidated by him or anything like that. So, because he's probably more famous for his.
And we don't know if he's not.
I have no idea, and
Yeah.
and I think that's how you in the Burt Kirshner thing where I saw
Kirshner.
whoever's name
Kreischer?
whatever.
You worked one of his events, didn't you? Did you get to putt with the
Hang
guy?
out.
Is that what you
That
said?
was a joke. I didn't.
Oh, I
No,
thought you
it's
did.
a lie.
That was a lie.
So I'm gonna clip this and send it to him.
Yeah. I saw where he's playing with people now, so it's gonna take people like that to really get more and more because wow, dude, you know the amount of pickleball players versus the amount of disc golfers that I think it was pretty equal. There was a lot of pickleball players out there at Burns, but man, there was an 8-pack, a 6-pack,
Yeah.
4. We became 6. You guys had 5. didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yeah, there were some big groups out there, which is
and-
always to be expected. At
when I was
Burns,
watching these
especially
people
holidays.
play pickleball, I was just like, you guys are sad. Sorry, Chase. But man, just whacking the ball or whatever it's called back and forth to each other.
Dinking it.
Dinking.
all it is.
Yeah, with a little whiffle.
Might as well play tennis. Just play in the little first quadrants.
Well, I don't know any famous pickleballers, but
I don't.
Mike
either.
and I got to throw with somebody that's well known in the disc golf community.
True.
So that's way
Yeah,
better
we
than
did play the other day
pickleballing.
together. I'm pretty known in disc golf.
Yeah, it was with C. Wolf. But Wolf has actually played with this
I
guy
have played with you.
several times and hung out.
I love me some Luke, man.
Yeah,
It was,
we got to play with Luke
I'm happy
Humphreys.
for y'all.
Thanks, James
Lacey.
Lacey, for
Yeah,
that.
Lacey's such
Yeah.
a good dude. The Luke, Abe's another good one. I mean, Luke is take up Hot Springs as a place of residency for sure. He likes to hang out during the winter. Come to Minis. I thought was fun.
Seems like he's around here quite a bit.
He did. They got a place in Hot Springs.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
gonna wonder
yeah.
what
Say
his
it's-
tie is.
Got some family there. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. And man, like I said, I do believe he's the Matthew McConaughey. To me, he's what disc golf dudes I used to play with in Austin were like real dudes that put little effort in it and man get a lot of max effort return, dude. I mean, Luke when he throws, there's no snap coming at.
No, his throw was
Everything
just
is
smooth.
real
It's all very
smooth
mechanical.
and old school way.
Yeah, it was impressive. So
And where'd y'all play?
we played out at Hyman, so we played East, and then we went over to Tees in the Trees, and that's when Mike joined us. We were some of the best practice I've had. We just were emptying the bags, all of us emptying
Trying
all
to
our
ace.
bags, trying to ace certain holes out there. Just would play a little bit and then stop on one hole, empty the bags. Then
Yeah,
on
you
to the
know how
next one.
much I love that. That sounds like even though Luke's out there,
No
and
one
they
lost
say
a
there's
disc.
That's the most surprising
it's
thing.
So miserable. To,
it was a lot of fun, and no aces, but man, we had some really
Had
close
some
calls.
basket hits.
Luke has a good ace, don't he? Wasn't that over at Russellville? That Skyote guy caught? Was that did he that bad?
I don't think they've caught us.
Okay,
ace.
maybe
There
it's
hasn't
Coyote.
been an ace in the
Yeah.
Bruin
Maybe he
follow,
hit
yeah.
pretty hard on something, but he's good friends, obviously, with him too. And he was part of that fastest. Were him, Cat, was it him and Cat and Nico or something like that on 13 over at Persimmon, the fastest
Oh yeah, they were doing the
birdie
fastest
or
round plate or
whatever,
something. Yeah.
like that. One hole, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was hole 8, and they did the on the par
I
5.
love hole 8, man. Such a great
Yeah, they got a birdie out of it or an eagle maybe.
man. You gotta pump that first shot. There's like big dudes got to get it past that tree, right? I mean,
Is that the one that's like gradually downhill,
Yeah,
and then like dogs legs to the left
yeah,
a little
and it
bit.
goes back
slightly.
Yeah,
There's the
yeah.
one tree right in the middle. Yeah.
Saw Coghill do that. Such a bomb.
So eagle it.
I think so. Because he threw the second one. But man, but he was almost to the slope past the heat.
I think that one's pretty easy to do. Or 3, I
Three,
mean,
three.
not easy.
From the long?
It's kind of like, yeah, I think
That long is way back there.
maybe we played it from the
If
blue
you play
layout.
from because if you play from the feels like it's a lot off.
I'm definitely not eagle.
How far is it from the long?
800.
No, it's more than that.
I was gonna say it's like tees of the tree, hole 8. That's like 8 uphill.
Anyways,
Yeah.
but yeah, Luke, you guys got to throw with him.
Yeah, man. It just reminds me too about he liked the property out there at Hyman. It's a really pretty area. So it just brought up like Nico's endeavor right now. All these players are now kind of transitioning into
Good for Nico.
some
getting
buying
a good credit
property.
score to get that loan for that place. That would probably cheap,
I don't think
man.
Lone Star helped him at all.
Is he still throwing with them?
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
he
because
is.
I know he's doing his sacred scratch and sniff disc.
I think those are manufactured by Lone Star.
I think they are too.
Wait, what?
He has his own sacred disc.
He got his
Oh,
own
they
like
smell.
line.
scratch and sniff.
Yeah,
disc?
bro. They got
Wow.
oils in them, like essential oils.
Okay.
And crystals. It's a look of fantasy.
Is that even legal on this?
But I saw where
idea.
Hooligan decided not to get
Yeah, Hooligan's out.
get theirs made.
Probably because Lone Star wasn't producing enough for Hooligan. So
Is that what they're wondering?
that's what
they're
I would
saying?
imagine.
I mean,
Maybe they wanted some difference in the actual discs. And
Like
people are
what-
just
what-
throwing Warbirds that are just the Hooligan Yeet.
what
Hooligan Yeet
can
that's just the Warbird.
right? If you're a new disc maker, I mean, you can't reinvent the wheel here. It's already out there.
Well, I mean, most of their discs, I'm pretty sure they just like got specs from Popular Disc and made
It's
some
got to
discs.
be common. It's got to be like the patents. I mean, got to be out there where you can see.
They just boils down to marketing.
That's
Yeah.
what it is, right? I mean,
You're not. I mean,
There are no patents
how
on
many
some of these
companies have a
molds.
destroyer?
Everybody.
Every single
and that
company.
is one disc you do hear people say that it's like a beat-in destroyer. Like they always reference back to a destroyer to
Yep.
most 13.
It's the benchmark.
It's a 12 speed, by the way.
Is it a 12 speed?
Yes.
Crash, I can't throw it anyways. Got a 151 I can't throw. I thought about putting it. I was like, man, what am I thinking?
Let me get that thing.
Oh, you can but Mike, like you were saying, you're talking about, or you just marketing in it. You were talking about earlier was MVP, and they seem to be because of James Conrad's shot, right? He doesn't hit that. Do they blow?
I don't think so. I mean, you never know.
Eventually, yeah, they do.
You never know. I don't know if I don't think they blow up like they do.
Hell no.
Everybody went out and
They're
bought
geniuses over there.
That did,
They did the commemorative one after that happened,
which was a cool stamp.
and they made a ton of them, and I'm sure they got a ton of money from that. But not only that, but their company as a whole got a ton of eyeballs on it,
Mhm.
which helped because not a lot. I didn't really know who MVP was before Conrad hit that shot.
Well,
I had no idea.
They were plastic manufacturers. They had already been working in that industry in some way. They had the machines. They transitioned into disc.
Well, they had to buy a ton more machines.
They did
after the Conrad thing.
Oh,
I think that was the first MVP disc I bought was a commemorative.
I wonder
Nice.
how many.
I have one
How
as
many?
well.
How many machines these have?
I don't know. You could probably find that out.
Yeah, I need.
I mean, I would guess they've got close
all
to
the process
fucking
of it.
6 or something. That's
But they used that money from the Holy Shot, and then they used that to sign Simon's deal.
one of in the grand scheme of sports, it's one of the best shots that I know of ever. Game-winning kind of, and it won a game winner. And I know it's against Macbeth because they went into the game winners when Macbeth went out of bounds on the playoff hole.
Yeah, which was still a crazy
And
break.
he still almost threw it in from, but man,
It's even more impressive that the island.
yeah, right, because he just hit the shot. Even if
Well, if he hits
doesn't-
the shot and he doesn't win, we're not talking.
you don't think so?
We're talking about it, but it's not even close to this.
It's still fun to watch that shot, man. I've seen a lot of game-winning shots in sports, stuff like that, Hail Marys and stuff. But man,
It's just it's the 1 in a million guy, do it or die.
it's like everything you probably would if disc golf was like a sport growing up, like you're always put yourself on the free throw line, right?
It's the quintessential. You're a
And,
little
like,
kid
no
in the
time
driveway.
on the clock left,
Yeah.
and I need to hit these 2 free throws, and he had no time on his clock, and he had to hit a
Your
200 and
your game
what was
winner's
it?
a free throw.
Mhm.
You're not
You're
sitting
doing-
around doing some crossover,
No,
step
'cause-
back.
They fouled me because I'm already killing it, and so they had to foul me. The Shaq rules. How far was that shot again? The holy
250 or something.
man, and just some
God, it was so
and it's the
good.
shot I love, just that backhand.
It's the prettiest shot in
yeah.
disc golf. Yeah, it's the backhand little
It's
Annie.
fitting that it's the shot, right? Wait,
I don't
you know,
think
they
anybody
always
else would have
talk
thrown
about
it like that.
in the NBA, you got Jerry West as the
logo.
Yeah, the logo. I mean, who's the logo of? Who has that?
Skit.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Drew Gibson just takes that logo and makes it a disc golf logo.
Just watch Drew.
Good job, man.
You want to laugh and know that your life's not bad. Just watch Drew Gibson try to kick a disc and miss and fall down.
That was pretty funny.
That was about that was
That's an all timer right there.
that we talked about the 2 all-time memories I'll have of disc golf. Those 2 things right there.
Those are
That's
pretty
one
good.
on the upper end and the lower.
Those are pretty good.
Do you guys know that the Ion is like, I guess it's the first disc that they actually, yeah, the Ion was the first disc that MVP produced in 2009.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is neat.
Yeah, so going back to what you were talking about earlier, it's like they take all that money from the Holy Shot and then
Like buy Simon.
they get Simon's deal, and then Simon probably paid that deal off within a year of everyone buying his
He's-
Zoddles.
He's in it to win
Yeah.
it with them, though, right? Like he's getting really own any of that, or
I don't know. I don't know the nature. I don't
but
think,
man,
I don't think it's public,
they're
really.
the main sponsor of his favorite course up there. I mean, they're the MVP course.
Oh, at Maple Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that doesn't go away, I feel like they're all in, and it makes sense if all the rumors you hear are Eagle going in, and it makes more sense for Eagle
Oh,
going to
man.
MVP than it does the Innova to me.
That would
So-
be ridiculous.
and
MVP is
ridiculous
just
for
gonna.
them to sell, right?
light
so
It's crazy if he does leave this.
Mm-hmm.
after they just came out with this super
Well, you
sweet
Well, you just gotta
Grateful
imagine.
Dead line that nobody cares about because nobody listens to them
You
anymore.
just
Yeah.
gotta imagine that, like, this mania after Simon leaves, has gotta, like, Eagle's their guy. So you gotta imagine they're trying to do anything possible.
So or have a new guy like who's so that's where the Gannon conversation comes in.
Yeah, there
right?
could be a lot of switch.
Gannon throwing DD threes or what? I mean, he's not gonna throw a cloud breaker. I saw some dude put up some.
It's still just different, man. Eagle, like, Gannon's an incredible player and wins a
Eagles
lot. But
been Discmania for a long time, right?
yeah, I mean, yeah, when you think of
Yeah.
Disney, you think of Simon and Eagle.
Definitely think of Eagle. Yeah, I didn't really watch much Simon when he was younger, which he's got some cool videos.
Well, and that's all that Eagle, really has thrown since he
So
became pro.
Casey White's
He was
their
straight
new
up in
guy?
Discmania. Well, it'll be all the product, you guys.
Got Niklas on there too.
Niklas
Plus,
is really good, yeah. But I could see Niklas going elsewhere
Yeah.
too. But Discmania is so much bigger in Europe, still. you
Yeah.
know.
God, I watched that
Ooh,
one year.
Speaking of,
That one European Open where the dude just drills the crowd, man, is so
it's-
dude,
yeah.
it is one of
Yeah.
the best shots ever.
It's
I
so
was like,
good.
man, you want to know what it probably feels like? That could easily happen to probably one of us. I mean,
Oh yeah.
people just line in the fairway and you slip.
yeah, let's talk about that because I know what you're going into.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
with Worlds.
the
being-
Worlds, and I
yeah.
saw where
Forgot about that.
somebody was posting about how it's not going to be a fair field because a lot of the American pros can't travel over there. I'm thinking, to
Oh, for
myself,
2025.
that was the thing that it's going to be a more Euro field.
Look at the European Open every year.
But I'm guessing,
Yeah.
I'm guessing
And
those
now-
people
yeah,
are
the
talking
Europeans have to
about
travel
the
over
Jake
here.
Hebenheimer 20 to 50, 50 to 60 top
Sure.
rated player in the world.
Sure. But that's not because they can't get over there. It's just not worth the investment.
Right. The
No, no, no,
manufacturer
no.
will pay if they're playing well enough
Or-
to
Yeah.
go over there. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Gannon even went to European Open.
What's the
It was
what is the thing here? What's the big tournament here to offset the
USDGC.
that
What's
at
your
that same
question?
time frame, that same weekend, or is it did the players who don't go? That's the time they take off to take some time off or go play an A tier somewhere and go cherry pick a
Yeah, whatever they want to do.
thing. So there you go.
Well, I imagine it'll be probably longer than a week. It's usually, I mean, ideally, we don't know. The schedule is not made.
Sure.
I'd say it's setting aside.
Yeah,
2 or
but
3
what's it
weeks just
usually?
for
I mean,
Worlds.
Paul was over there for a while last
But it's
year,
like European Open, we had BCS and then European Open. And you have like a week break after that. So
I love that they're doing more with European, and I love that Worlds is going to be there because it should be around.
I mean,
One
you
year
can't
they
have
need
a
to.
World Championships and have it be
Yeah,
they're
and
having
have
a
it
lot
be at
of
the same damn
NBA,
courses all
yeah.
the time. Like at least this year they're actually going to have it on 2 different courses that we haven't seen. You know,
And we'll get a taste of that at European Open this year, I think. Aren't they playing 2 courses? Am I crazy?
they are playing 2 courses. Yeah, the Beast will be one of them, and they're playing something else like a modified Beast, and then because they have to change up some of these older courses, they want to keep using them. They've got to redesign. So,
Yeah.
there's Charles about your disc.
What do you say? Probably said I lost.
He said, "Nice, yeah. I gave him the mini. I'll make sure to get him the Rolo."
Thanks, Charles.
Thanks, Charles.
Just finding all your stuff.
Yeah, probably found a bag of
No,
ibuprofen
weed,
out there.
medicine. It's medicine. Maybe you did. I always feel like those fall out too.
It's just not the cash for the French tournament.
Yeah.
Did we talk about? I mean, on it.
Oh man, yeah.
Wow.
Where I was visibly ill and I thought I lost a couple $100 and it was in my back pocket the whole time.
He was doing some side betting.
Hanging out with me, man, it's tough.
At a Toys
sometimes.
for
I-
Tots
I-
tournament.
I appreciate. We raised $42 on that side bet.
Nice.
I hated to call it side bet for. Speaking of y'all play doubles, the Mountain View.
Yeah.
Toys for Top.
Good job.
fundraiser,
Good
Jason
segue.
Newman. Yeah. Jason Newman put that on up there.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun because Mike had never played there.
Nope, first time.
So
What
thoughts?
layouts did you play 1 round or 2?
We played 1, and it was on the layout.
Okay.
Yeah, we
It
played
was like
blue.
the middle
It
layout.
is. Yellow's the little
Shorty.
shorter-ish, and the red is just.
True test. Seems like.
And I mean, all the T-pads, even
It
the
is.
yellow, there's some tough T-pad placements out there. You know, just as you know, it changes the shot so much. Just to move it over to the left, like, 40 feet.
Yellow's definitely when you play the mountain. When you play definitely the course you got to build up your credit on because man, day 3 and playing red,
I still like.
it's
Yeah.
a tough test.
I look forward to that. I will get to play Arkansas Masters next year.
Is that the same course that they have that on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that
every
the
year.
only course they play?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be an 8th there next year too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You just play like
I think I was told that. I was told that, but I think that's knowledge.
Well, I mean,
I think it's out there because I knew Persimmon got an
I
8th
do.
there.
Not it is. No.
It is now.
Leaky leaker.
That's what you told me.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
very impressed with that course. I really enjoyed it. Like I will definitely, if schedule allows, be going to play the Mountain View Open.
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah.
We need
We'll
to
get a
figure out how
cabin.
You can do work on the road.
It's just time restraints. The problem is these tournaments take all day.
Right.
If there are 2 rounds in one day, it's like all day. That's why I played so many flex starts. Because I could, if I had to work in the morning, I could go play in the afternoon. If I had to work in the afternoon, I could go play in the morning.
Right.
But if I have a 2-rounder, there's no shot.
Yeah, hopefully because Mike's going to get he'll have an
Need
opportunity
to find
to travel.
more 2-day 1-round tournaments, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
Hopefully
Which
it'll
is
be
to
more
spend the night
outdoors.
somewhere, but I don't mind that. I mean, technically, well, I was gonna say the Masters. You could do that. You could drive back and forth each day, man. The tee times were.
No way.
Somebody just fart.
Too old for that.
No, I think it was a chair.
Oh, that's somebody farted.
Or it was probably you. So,
I'm old.
but yeah, I'm glad you like that course because it's technical. It's low ceiling. It's
It's longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And there's no mountains.
I mean, I will say the one thing is like cars are pretty soft.
okay.
On
That's
a
fair.
few.
Yeah. I think they had one. Yeah, that was
It
as
is
a par 4 that should have definitely
There's
been
like
a 3.
360 for par
It's
fours.
it's par to its. Play it the most.
Sure that the
Holders.
Masters is a little different on the
Matt
pars.
Masters, folks versus
It's all 6.
Young Bucks.
Forehand flex.
Yeah,
Trying to
that was a
get
par
opens
4,
up.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
So I got like the easiest birdie on that, almost an eagle.
Well, that changes if that's a 3. Like
Okay, wait. Are we talking the one that narrows down with all the, or the one that
one after
goes
that.
up and comes? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
the other wooded one. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if
But
that's
man,
a
that
4.
rewards a really good drive though.
Yeah, I agree, but you can get. Here's my thing. It's like in double. If I knew that was a 4 when we were playing doubles, and after David hit like the first available and was an absolute fail, I just throw a backhand hyzer,
Mhm.
and then we just pitch up or try to make it. Instead, I try to do a forehand flex, and I was in jail too.
He was thinking he wanted to get the birdie, so because it's a par 3 and then ends up being a par 4. So, you know,
Yeah.
It just changes the way you think about it.
I see what you're saying. But yeah, I think that's just a good reward for.
No, it's an incredible tee shot.
Um, it's such a.
That's one of those that, like, if you like, that's a risk reward too. Like, you got to throw a really good shot, and if you hit and go left or right and all those tiny little woods, good luck.
yeah, it's
But and the
roller
problem
out
with
of
those
there.
tiny little woods too is going back to what we're talking about with the hero shot, man. It really makes you think you can throw a hero shot because they're nicely spaced out.
But that's
Yeah,
that's
man,
different than like
you know.
Sherwood, man.
Sure would stick with the other trees if
Yeah,
it,
but there's a lot of gap. Like that's different. That's
what,
like
what,
real tight.
how'd you do on the hole before a 5?
I think we parred it. I like that shot though. That one's fun because that's when I can, if I hit it perfectly, I can get to the pin, or at least like a
It's
20
another
footer.
one of those. Yeah, man. If you can throw that just super straight long shot that never really fades, and
And it kind of opens up on the right, so you can kind of like flex it, and sneak down the back
Oh.
side.
Mhm.
I got us a road trip. Bob wants me to go down for some tournament. Also,
I'd love to.
Nice.
he's in charge of it or something. like that.
Talking about a pro tour?
I think so, man. Whatever that one in Austin.
Oh, the Open at Austin.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the Open at Austin.
Curious to see what they have for the
Be there.
course for that.
It'll be a Waco.
Are you going to Waco?
Nice.
I think so.
Man, I never played
They're
the
playing
Beast.
2 courses.
I used to meet some buddies at the Texas Ranger Museum. It's right there, right next
Okay.
on the
Yeah.
and I sell mushrooms. They come pick them up. I thought it was a fitting place to
Yeah.
go and walk around in a place. The Texas Ranger, there's some bad dudes right there, boy. They come run you down.
Yeah,
Walker
they
Texas
will.
Ranger. Would have named her Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman. Ricky Bobby.
I don't understand that one at all.
That's Ricky Bobby, yeah, because their kids' names were Walker and Texas Ranger. And if
I
we
remember
wanted a bunch
that.
of wussies, we would have named them Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman.
And that was an old soap opera type
Man, she was
show.
pretty, she was a pretty lady, though.
She was, yeah.
What else we got on our?
Man, so yeah, there is an opportunity for us to do a teams thing coming up, and it's a cold damn month to do it in January,
Maybe.
mid-January. Maybe it could
I mean,
be.
it was just,
Maybe like
What's
this.
it was
the
just
date on it?
66 yesterday. Just saying.
I think it's January 16th or 15th. Yeah, it was warm. But that's the Frozen Tundra Triples, and I think we are talking about doing a natural state of mind team. NSOM team.
And that's at Persimmon, right?
That's at Persimmon.
And what's the layout?
Well, we might be playing gold if we're playing MA1.
No. I alone dictate that we suck, so we can always drop down.
You think they're going to allow me to play an
my
MA2?
It's gotta be
my
MA1.
suckiness
I don't know.
will
man.
supersede his goodness. So, but that don't get us to MA2.
Maybe play MA1. Let's see. They might even have it up there. But anyways, that's gonna if we
I'm
end up
looking at
doing
the
that, that'll be
weather.
a lot of fun. What? Where did it go? But hey,
I'm
there
all
it
for
is.
going to-
Persimmon is
Dude, there are a lot of tournaments on right now that Disc Golf Dojo has just loaded his up.
dude,
It
Kevin
just
in
runs,
ahead of
recently
the
came
game.
out. Yep.
Kevin runs it great. I mean, dude, he is consistent. I've never heard anything bad about him.
No, Kevin's a great guy.
As far as like the being a TD, what you can't get is you screw the play. Like, because as soon as I played this dude's tournament, man, we got screwed on our payout or our player pack. He said he was going to get this, and we end
You
up
can't do that.
we're going to get free lunch, and nobody showed up with anything. That word of mouth that starts to become that's not good for you. But the people who run the tournaments around that I know of, I don't know the Empire disc people. However, people running tournaments are doing a good job. Eli and all the people that were on the TD list, Eli, Alcott, um, the Baker and Charles.
I don't have a single complaint about any of
No, I think
really
the
either.
only thing we were talking about was the flex start issue. It was a question I saw on one of these disc golf Facebook pages. Somebody put up flex start. Is it just really a cash grab for TDs? And
way for you and your buddies to raise your rating.
Yeah, that's mainly it. Because it's definitely not much of a cash grab.
it's well,
Unless you get like your own.
Well, listen, I thought about this, and we can break it down because we've done it before running ours. If I sell you a $20 voucher, and your average disc in your store costs $8, you make $12 on every entry that storefront does.
So, but there was actually on the Nick and Matt show, there was a talk about that, and these other places that did, own their own shops that were running tournaments, and
I think you can.
you would think that it would be pretty decent payback for the shop, but it's actually not so much so.
I don't know how. I mean, if your average disc is cost $12, even cost $12, and we were selling 60 people to a flex start.
But now look at these discs nowadays. I mean, that disc was 2 years old that you just got, still
on
at $30.
average, on average, $12. Buying it from the manufacturer.
Mhm.
Not saying what you can give for it.
Right.
So now I'm making and the vouchers for $20. That person's now making $8 on everything.
I mean, it pays out, definitely
Right,
better.
so if you
for
got
the
60
shop,
people, that's
so.
$480, and they didn't have to do anything.
It
Yeah.
also depends if you're getting a manufacturer or if you're partnered with a retailer or something like that.
Right.
And then you got to think about like expenses to run the tournament. So
I mean, 13 Peaks put theirs out there, like the payout or how that works for PD on their little
you have
thing.
to
They
pay
have
out.
their thing is a really good little deal. Yeah. And how much percentage you put into payout?
Well, here's my thing. If it was feasible to make money off of running tournaments, I'm doing it.
I think
Yes.
That was a very rhetorical.
no,
It's like people would be doing it for a living if it made financial sense.
And there are
Callie-
some that, there are some that
she
can.
Callie, she does.
Make Moran.
Yeah, I
But
don't
how
know
much
about
are they
your
realistic?
enough to listen. It's probably enough to kind of like a pro to travel. She plays in events. She gets to travel.
But
She sets
that's
up
not our
events.
only income source.
Man, I bet it is. Callie sets up
We
at a
said
lot
she's
of it.
playing
Well, she
tournaments,
plays for Innova as well, so
Yeah, she plays for him.
so
sponsor money from that.
tournament earnings.
You
Yeah.
know, is Kevin gonna put his kids through college with this? Probably not. But he does I think you do it for the love of the player.
100%. That's why
Whatever you
everyone
have
does it
to.
right
I mean,
now.
I think so. I hope so.
But that's my point. Is if it was like where somebody was running tournaments that can make 50, 60 grand a year, so many people would do it because there's so many people that love the sport and love the game.
If you ran a flex start,
I would do it
If
for
you
60
ran a
grand a year
20
all day
it-
long.
So many people would.
so a $20 voucher, $2 to the
There's no way.
$2 to the PD, so $25 flex starts, weekly flex starts.
If it made sense, people would be making sense.
Well, and so it's also the PDGA has set it up in a way that it's 100% in, 100% out is kind of the idea.
Yeah, there's
of
no
it.
real
So it's
skimming.
until
the skimming comes
Yeah.
from if you find a box of minis that fell off a truck and you don't pay any cost for those, you can put that in as a $10 mini as a
Added value.
added value. That's
Yeah.
right, and that's where the. But you're right, Mike.
Kinda
Yeah,
I think
it
the
is.
system's flawed.
If
Very,
you
yeah.
if a lot of people were, I do know like Johnny Ray does it for the dynamic. I just know these people cruise around a lot of places and set up. Are they making money hand over fist? Are they retiring from it? No. Do they get to go and set up shop somewhere?
Yeah, if they're happy with it, good for them.
Right. At a different city. I think it's a good way to see and play disc golf and meet a lot of folks if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting to see a system where there wasn't. Or for certain events, we've had this conversation
Oh,
where it's like MA1 or MP obviously doesn't get one, but like MA1 or MA2 maybe doesn't get a player pack, and then
Especially since you have this new fourth division.
yeah,
it's
more
kind of
payout
shit
focused.
it's kind of shit to do the whole, you win something already just by signing up.
But we do like to.
Let's just kill profit.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
How many
Also, the other point too is like
umbrellas do you have?
How many do I have? Oh, I have a. So that's from payout. That's
Okay,
from
but
placing.
That wasn't part
So,
of okay, yeah.
That was those
right.
are not umbrellas that because those are $45 umbrellas.
Yeah.
I don't think they're worth that much, but
Yeah.
that's pretty smart actually.
that's how I got those umbrellas. Yeah,
Chalk bags. Yeah.
yeah. I get the chalk bags. Like
That bag
I got
works so well for
stools.
the rain.
Yeah, and it works as a mini. But my point is like if TDs could make a living, you have to understand that the quality of the tournament would go up drastically.
Yes,
It would go up so much more if it was a lucrative business thing.
I agree. Yeah, and that was actually a conversation on the Nick and Matt show. You should listen to this week's because they have a discussion about that with somebody that does teaching and form check and also runs tournaments.
Gotcha.
And he had a lot of really good points, just like what you're saying now, is that you would see the level
Just
of
no incentive.
Yeah.
For people to do it. It's like most of the tournaments here. It's yeah.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
He's not even pegging.
Oh, did you mute? Yeah. You gotta hit the mic. The thing right above the red light. You're almost on it. You just touch it.
Bam.
Whatever.
He's back.
Who knows how long?
Nah, it wasn't that long.
All right. Anyway, so what else we got? I'm
Oh,
sure we're
man.
close to.
I mean, that's a good one. Oh, real quick on the Frozen Tundra triples. Yeah, we could. That should be a next time because we were all getting kind of
next
passionate
time will
about that.
be the 31st. We're gonna do a New Year's Eve party. We'll announce.
We're gonna be far.
Yeah.
No,
We
I'm
just
kidding.
leave the camera on all day over at Dan's house.
Yeah.
Do it off and on.
So, yeah, the Frozen Tundra triples. It's $75 for MA1. We get to play. It's the super long layout that they've made for it. So it's like 26 holes, but we get we play from the short tee pads. It's only the
It's like
let's see, there it is right there. Extreme long.
oh, so it's a whole new layout.
Yeah, it's I think it's gonna be that with
And
Chillo.
what day is
but
this?
some different this is on the 13th.
43 degrees.
And it's $75 to sign up for MA1, or we pay double it to go up to pro.
It's on the
50 for
13th.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh,
So, but if you're wanting to play for money and you got some folks you want to play with, go for it. We
Down
can
to play with you guys.
we can do it. Two
As long as
NSOM
Wolford doesn't miss
teams.
the layup island.
Boom.
the 13th is 55 degrees.
Perfect.
Is it really gonna be that warm?
It's raining, but yeah.
It probably.
I mean, this sounds great.
As a matter of fact, that's the forecast before and after the probably close. But
I'm
anyways,
very much game. For that.
I think we played that triple. I played that with Ian, Bills, and Hancock. Played. I think.
Oh yeah,
we
yeah,
were all
you guys
bundled
did.
up, yeah.
That was when Dan and Mitch and I played.
Okay.
So
Triples is fun too.
Triples is fun.
triples
man.
is so much fun.
Especially like with you two dudes. You know, it should be fun.
Yeah, we can go represent our
Chris-
podcast.
Coattail Chris got him another team.
Pew, pew, pew. So yeah, we already talked about some tournaments. We really just talked about New Year's disc golf resolutions was the last thing we were kind of going to talk
we'll
about.
do that.
How much time have we put in right now?
Well, too much.
Not too much.
So we'll
Well,
talk
then.
about that on the 31st.
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
We can talk about that on 31st because that'll be New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that works for me.
cool. Well, if you guys got anything else, what else you got before we call it a quits for
Good
the
luck,
night?
don't suck.
Good luck, don't suck.
Do drugs. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, if you're, I'm gonna tell you this: if you're gonna practice putting at home, make sure you have a legal size or a basket where it's the same size as the ones you
God.
play on. It's fact. Our basket at the house is 1.5 inches shorter than the baskets you play on, and so when you dink every effing putt on the top of that top one, you're wondering, man, is there an extra loop on this that these other ones? No,
Dude,
the
I
one
haven't
you
even had
practice on
mine
at
up.
home is just trash.
That's
Yeah, so we're gonna raise it. We're gonna put some Dan, man, poor guy.
2x4 on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should. Yeah. So
'Cause he was thinking it so much the other day, and I do it too. And I was just like, and they're practicing like 40, 50 putts a night, and you're just getting it over that top.
well, you know, there's plenty of baskets out there that are set up short or in the ground too
Imagine
far.
if you have to practice its only.
Right? Yeah.
that practice
on that
one
little
out there,
practice
that's
basket.
just-
That's a child's basket.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing about Sherwood. The basket levels are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even practice putting.
Hey.
Weirdly enough,
I think it's
ever
Write it down.
since we went to Heber, I broke down my basket here. I haven't picked it up.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
I have not had my basket up for a long time.
I feel like my putting's gotten better.
I'd rather warm up by getting the arm warm to throw, you know, and then maybe throw a couple putts before actually starting the round.
I just feel.
I was grip locking my putts, yeah, because it can
Yeah, I
work
agree.
against you too if you're not doing like today. I was talking, but it was like to Brad Sure, I was grip locking these putts. I'm like, what the fudge is going on? And yeah, it can work against you as well. You better go out and hit and look and feel good, because if you don't, and your first putt comes up, a little tester, man,
You gotta warm up. Like my first putting stroke of the day is not even a putting stroke. Versus like my 10th one when you actually have the feel and the timing of it, way different.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. So I've gotten out of the. It's funny that you mentioned that because I feel the same way. I've gotten out of so much putting before a round, whereas I'd rather do a lot more different stretching.
Yeah.
So
Make sure you're actually.
because if I haven't stretched, the putting's gonna suck anyways.
Yeah.
I will say a 2024 goal is going to be like
I don't want to hear it.
get
It's-
physically in shape,
Save it for the 31st.
Yeah.
like
Buddy.
skinny fat. All right, thanks everyone for joining us. We had
Later, guys. Yeah, we had a
Appreciate
few that
it.
came on. Thanks for listening, guys.
next show will be the 31st. Is that right?
Merry Crimbus.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. I'll do the PC term.
Yep. Happy holidays.
Um,
We'll see you on New Year's.
Hey, one quick moment. Target didn't have any dad cards, man. I mean, what the F, Target? You got LGBTQT plus, but you didn't have a section for fucking dads. Anyways, that's all I have.
You're not my dad.